We don't want to use the term Co-Redemptrix because it risks appearing to undermine the unique salvific mediation that Christ has. That there's no other name, nobody else. It's just him. When we say Co-Redemptrix, we don't deny Christ is the unique Redeemer. We just mean Mary has a special role of cooperating. But the DDF reasonably points out, when an expression requires many repeated explanation to prevent it from straying from a correct meaning, it does not serve the faith of the people of God and becomes unhelpful. Like if you have a title that you want to give, or you've got a doctrine, or you've got something else, or you have a theory you want to lay out, but whenever people hear it, they come away thinking you're saying something heretical. Even if you're not, go find a different way of saying that. If you're constantly having to explain Co-Redemptrix doesn't mean what it sounds like, Mediatrix doesn't mean what it sounds like, find another way of expressing the true thing you want to express. In this case, the DDF says, the expression Co-Redemptrix does not help extol Mary as the first and foremost collaborator in the work of redemption and grace, for it carries the risk of eclipsing the exclusive role of Jesus Christ, the Son of God made man for our salvation, who is the only one capable of offering the Father a sacrifice of infinite value, which would not be a true honor to his mother. That you don't want to give a term that sounds like Jesus and Mary were crucified for you. Now, I know nobody using Co-Redemptrix means to say that, but I also know it can sound like you're saying something like that without doing a lot of extra work to explain what you are and aren't meaning. Mary instead directs us to Christ and says, do whatever he tells you. So if we want to honor Mary as handmaid, it should be in this way that is clearly referential towards Christ. That is, our honor of Mary is as someone who points us to Christ. Like when St. Paul says, be imitators of me as I am of Christ, your imitation of Paul should never get in the way of your imitation of Christ. You imitate Paul precisely because he imitates Christ. Likewise, we're devoted to Mary precisely because of her devotion to Christ. So much for Co-Redemptrix. I'm happy that the Vatican intervened to clarify that it's not a very helpful term. Because even though I can unpack, it's not technically heretical, it's just one of those times where it's like, why would you do that to yourself?